Good morning, everybody. This is Debbie from Stamps and Stuff, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based out of beautiful Lake Havasu City, Arizona. We're along the Colorado River. Today, the particulars will be on the website. There will be a tutorial along with this video, and you can print the PDF off free. It'll have the tutorial, all the supplies, and the measurements and everything on the tutorial. So that is our gift to you. So let me see. Today is quite the day. We have gone live with our new catalogs, and we begin celebration today, and this January to June 2021 catalog is now live, and I can actually open it up. Okay, this right here is the bundle that we will be using. It has really cool succulents, and it really makes quite a stunning card. When I first saw the succulents in the catalog, I'm not a fan of succulents. I don't have them in my garden, and I just, as much as we're in the desert and we have cactus, I just don't have any succulents. So I kind of turned my nose up and went on my way until I saw a tutorial that Patty Bennett did, and realized that the vibrant colors that are in the succulents. So that kind of got me to thinking a little bit more about what I wanted to do. So anyway, I ordered this set, and it really is fun. So this is what we'll be using, and the dies also have they have, this one cuts out the succulents, this cuts out the pot, and this cuts out this one here. Then it has some foliage in here, and it has some really nifty tags. And you can see in the catalog, this is on page 39, how it really has, I love the tags. It has the stitching around the edges and everything, and it is really cool. And this die here, which is this one, makes a really cool background, and I'll be doing a demo with that later. So, okay. Now also, Celebration is has started, and for every $50 in an order, you get to choose something from this catalog. These are all free things. So it's a lot of fun, good time to join, and we'll talk about that later, but let's get started here. Okay. Let me get my blends out. Got things on opposite sides today, so it's got me a little bit cattywampus. Okay. Now then, what I'll be using, I have already stamped this off camera, so with all the blend coloring and everything today, I don't want this video to be too long for you guys. Okay, I have stamped this on Whisper White, and I have used Memento Tuxedo Black. It left my mind. Put this over here. Okay, now what I like to do, and it's the same thing with my classes when we do watercolors. I have everyone make a palette, and this really is a good idea to bring out in a video, and I hadn't talked about that before until I saw Patty mention it, and it is a good thing because I always do that with classes. That way you have exactly how the marker is going to look on your paper that you are using. So this we will have here, and we'll put this. I have a little area here. I try not to get off camera, and that is kind of a bad habit that I have. Okay, what I am going to start here is these are the blends that I have, and I am going to start with the light seafoam. And rather than worry about each petal, what I like to do is I like to start with the light and get down a base coat of ink so that the next colors of ink will be able to blend. If you don't get a base kind of going there, it is harder to blend. So basically, I am not going to worry about coloring each little petal. I'm just going to go around the edge here and then color this all in because I'm just laying down my base layer. Okay, and then from there I'm going to take the seafoam, the dark, and I'm going to right here where the petals kind of go over, one petal will go over the next. That is where you want to put your darker colors because that's going to be where the creases are. That's going to be where the shadows are. Now the outside of the petal is going to get more of the light when it's up, unless it's underneath another one. So anyway, what we want to do is we want to color in kind of where those petals are going to be. See, these two petals are over that one, so right in here I want to put a little darker color. This petal here is under the one ahead of it, so we're going to put some right in there. And this isn't rocket science. You just want to lay down a little color. We're not worried about blending it right now. We just want to get some color laid in there. So we just kind of go around here. Okay. Then I'm going to move to my mint macaron. And I'm going to go in and start darkening this up a little. Now I know some people like to start with the very darkest colors and move to the lightest. I tend to go the opposite way. It's only personal preference. I'm just going to darken this down at the crease. Again, I'm not worrying about blending it right now, just laying in some color. Okay, and when I put the tip back in, if you put it in and you want to listen to that click because you want to make sure your tips are totally closed so that your markers will not dry out. These are alcohol based, so you want to make sure that your tips are closed when you're not using them. So again, I'm getting down into that crevice. And with each darker color, I'm doing a little less. Also, when you use these markers, you want to use the side of the tip. Now, you can get in with the very tip and still be on the side. But if you color straight down on that, you're going to tweak your tips. So you want to kind of make sure that you take care of your tips. and your markers will take care of you. Now I'm going in with the Just Jade, and this is the light Just Jade. Again, I'm going into those crevices, not quite as much. You can begin to see the definition with the petals. Make sure that I'm still in camera focus here. Okay. Now I'm going to start working on this tip. And for the tips, I'm going to start with the purple Posey light. And I'm going to go just on the tips. Now, on here, you can see where the artist has put some lines. Now, that gives you a cue that that is where you want to focus a little bit of attention. So I am going out on these tips, and again, this is the lighter color. So I'm going to go down a little farther from the tip with it. And again, you don't have to go exactly the same on each petal. Okay, now I'm going to go to the dark. And these I'm going to go mainly right on those definition lines from the artist. Okay. Now I'm going to the Highland Heather. Now I'm going to switch my tips. I'm going to go to the bullet tip so you have a little bit more control. Now I'm going to move to the rich raspberry, and this is the darkest. So again, you don't have to catch every one, and you don't have to do them with precision. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my light seafoam, and I'm going to take and blend this center out up to the tip. I'm going to kind of pull that up in there. So I'm pulling from the base of the leaf where we had all the greens in, and I'm pulling them up towards the tip. Okay. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this darker one here and some of the edges that I want to blend in a little more. You just kind of feel for it, get a feel for it. Okay, so there we have this one done. Okay, let's work on this one. This here, I'm going to start with the light pool party, and I'm just going to get my, let me get this other, my base coat down. And you really don't, if you go out of the lines a little bit, it's not that big of a deal because it's going to be die cut out. I'm going to take and use the bullet tip on this one. And I'm just putting a little bit of shading in at the base of all these little petals. And these are tiny, so it's not like we're going to be doing a lot of major blending here. Okay, then I'm going to go back to a lighter color here. And I'm just going to blend a little off. Now I want to go back here too. And I'm just kind of flicking through here and not worrying too much. There we go. Okay, now for this over here, I'm going to take the balmy blue. Let's see, the light. And again, I'm just laying down the base coat. Okay. Okay. Now these, again, we're going to go in those petals, and where one petal is laying over the top, we want to put in some shading. And every time you do this, it's going to turn out, you know, a little bit different because you're using maybe a different color you'll pick up or what. Okay, I want to take a little bit of, I want to throw just a little bit of mint macaron in here. Okay. Now then, let me see. I want to use purple Posey here. The light, and I'm going to go in and put my base coat down. I'm going to go just a little darker in here, and I'm going to switch to the bullet tip. And I'm going to give it some shadows. Okay. I didn't hear the click. Oh, it did. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to my greens here. Again, I'm not being too careful. I'm just laying down some color here. Now I'm going to go back in with the darker color here. Where those petals meet. And we've got overlap. That was the dark, was no? I'm going to go to the lighter one here. Okay. Take some light here. Okay. Whoop. I forgot a petal here. Okay, where's my purple posy? I got a little more pink in there, so I'm going to go back in and put a little bit in the other petals so it won't look like I glued in a different color of a succulent. Okay, now then, let me see here. Let's go back with this Highland Heather light. Now this is quite a bit darker. Than the purple posy. Again, I'm getting down into the where there's overlap and there would be shadows. Then I'm going to take my light purple posy and I'm going to blend that up the petal. Again, I'm using the side of the tip. Okay. And there you pretty much have our succulent sprays. Okay, for our pot, I'm going to take crumb cake. I'm going to take the light and I'm just going to get my base coat down. And don't be afraid to turn your paper for what's more comfortable for you. Most people, the flicking motion is more comfortable in one direction versus another. Get a little bit the ridges here on the pot. Okay, now I'm going to go back with the light. And I'm going to catch right on the edge where that left off on both sides and kind of blend it in. And you want it kind of light in through this center area, so it gives it kind of a rounded effect. And you can see right here how I went out of the lines. Let's see. We can take our color lifter here. And just it's kind of like a little eraser. What you can do is you can put on a little bit. Now really I don't have to worry about it because this is going to be die cut out, so it's not going to show. But there you can erase where you colored out of the lines, and as that dries off, then you're not going to be able to see that. Okay, so now through the magic of TV, so you don't have to wait for me to die cut, I have some already done, so all we'll have to do now is assemble our card. Okay, now we take our bottom layer here, and this is seafoam, and I'm going to mount it right, and this is an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and it's cut at 4.5, so it's 4.5 by 11, and it's scored at 5.5. And then this is very vanilla. The measurements will all be on the website, and is within probably about an hour after I'm done with this video, I will put the video up on the website. Let's see, did I? Yeah, I did. I wanted to see if I had these up on dimensionals. I should have known better, because one of our little sayings in class is, when in doubt, pop it out. When you give something a little bit of lift, it creates a shadow, and it creates more dimension. Okay, now this, I'm going to bend this a little bit. Get my take your pick tool. Get all my dimensional tops off. I like to do it with this pick tool because it kind of keeps them corralled, as they say, so I can get them in the trash instead of ending up on the floor and going all over the house. Okay. Whoop. I forgot my, I will be right back, my stamp, to get my rich raspberry. Hang on, I will be right back. put these away. I apologize for that. Let me get this different. And with the rich raspberry, I'm going to stamp this right at the top. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit so that I can see. I really can't get over the top of it, so I hope that's straight. Okay, that looks pretty good. Sorry about that. Okay. Now I'm going to put this right about so. And I'm going to take my handy dandy little bow jig here and get us a bow. Wait a minute, I don't want to do that many. Okay, then with this linen, I like to kind of curl the tails a little bit, give them a little bit of character. Okay, take my glue dots here. And then I'm going to put this about here. Actually, I could have got another loop on that bow. Really would have been better. But there we go. Meant to put 3 loops on it, and I only got 2, so it really would look better with the 2 loops. Okay. Now for the inside, take the soft seafoam and the very vanilla again. And I'm going to leave this card blank because I'm not sure exactly what sentiment I'm going to be using. For what occasion. Alrighty. And then our envelope, I have used the greenery embossing folder. See how it looks on the envelope flap. And what you do is you just insert this in your embossing folder, and then I put the envelope back in behind and run it through. And it really makes a nice embossed flap. We've been doing that in class for years, and one of my ladies was talking to her on the phone the other day, and she said, "Oh, I saw somebody do that in a video, and you know, I haven't seen anybody else do that before." So there we have it. We have the cards, and it really is very easy, and I hope you will try this technique. It really is super fun, and Anybody can do it. You really can't mess it up. You think that it's going to look kind of like a hot mess, but it really turns out in the end. Okay, now as far as a little bit of housekeeping here, our January class to go is the prize peony, and we will have 4 cards, 2 of each, so that's 8 cards. They will be fun folds and technique heavy. There will be a video for each card. There is a pricing structure depending on whether you already have the set or if you need the set included, the peony bundle, if you need it included. So you can go to the website at stampsandstuff.org and see the details for it. And let me see anything else. Oh, also, Celebration is on now. Don't forget that. For every $50, you get Stampin' Up! Rewards you with a free gift. I showed you that before, and it's a great time to sign up if you'd like to join my team. We'd love to have you. And what you get currently is for your $99, you get $125 in product of your choice. You can choose anything. If you wanted this bundle, you could put that in as part of your products that you would like to have. So you would get $125 in product. Then you would receive these free from Stampin' Up! There are 5 of there are the color palettes and the can't think of what I'm trying to say, the in color colors with each one, and these are the new designs. So we get kind of a sneak peek here about what the new designs when the new annual catalog comes out in June. So anyway, this is, I think it's about $58 in paper, and so there's each one of the color palettes, and they are double-sided, so there are different designs on each side. So that is really a cool thing to get. Besides that, you will get a paper pumpkin. You won't get it in your kit. What you'll do is you will get a voucher for one. It's free shipping. So actually there is over $200 worth of value here. So it's really, Celebration is a good time to join. So if you are interested, check out my website. You can sign up, get more information. You can contact me. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And I think that just about does. Oh, our host code for any order of $35 or more before tax and shipping gets a free gift from me. But you'll have to use the host code. And this is our January host code right here. Also, if you like, share, subscribe, or comment, any one of those 4 or all 4 of those actions get you in for a drawing. Our drawing is this Thursday, and we will be drawing for your choice of a stamp set or a paper pumpkin, the next month's paper pumpkin. So details on the website also for that. So I think that's about it. Also, if you do all 4, like, share, comment, and subscribe, you get 4 entries. So for every action there, you get an entry. So I think that's about it. I appreciate you stopping by and spending time with me. If there's any sets that you would like to have demoed or any techniques, just let me know. You can go to the website and hit the contact me button or contact me at debbie@stampsandstuff.org, and I'd be happy to accommodate you if I can. And other than that, have a great day and give me a few minutes to get the video up on the website. So thank you and have a great afternoon. Bye.